What's up, guys? Welcome to our Wednesday show. We got all the shenanigans planned for the day, but we have the Wildcard Weekend. This might be the best weekend of football that we're going to get in NFL, and I'm excited to talk about it with Mark. How you feeling, man?
Feeling all right.
You know, football is just, I'm sad that the regular season is gone. I'm glad that it's back to the Bears. This is the prime Bears time. When we're off looking for coaches search, which we do every 2 years. It's like clockwork. This is what we do. We look for certain coaches all the time. This is what, and we always mess it up. So, I just heard that, Mark, you added to the list of Bears candidates for head coach. They're now going to interview you now too.
Okay.
You're number 19 on the list now. There's literally 18 people on the list, right?
Let's do it. I mean, I can't be any worse, I guess. For you.
18 people on the list. Whatever, man. I'm done.
Well, they're getting denied people too, Mike McCarthy. No.
Yep.
Well, I mean, if you just wait a week, he'll be available.
I think that they're going to. They can't interview Ben Johnson until the 20th. That's what it is. And so all of their interviews they're doing are all what's it called? Like streaming. Like they're all face to face, but they're all doing Zooms. All interviews are all these people are first round Zooms, which is stupid because then Mike Vrabel's going to Zoom with us tonight and then go to New England on Saturday and accept the job. You're stupid, right. Bears. You're just stupid.
Well, I mean, even if you did it in person, I don't think you really have a shot for Vrabel. So,
he said he was interested as long as they paid him right, and then they gave him the power. I think you're gonna be surprised. I think Vegas is going to throw everything in the kitchen sink at him.
I heard Vegas was interviewing Gruden.
They are, but who? Yeah, so.
We're so sorry to have fired you many years back. Would you like to come back?
It's like us asking for Matt Nagy. Like, come on, Nagy, come on back.
There you go. You're going to interview with the Bears on Saturday.
Yeah, but it's only a Zoom interview because candidates that are currently in the playoffs until January 20th. You cannot interview them face to face, and I believe that's why they're doing all their interviews via Zoom. I think that's what's going on. So I mean, whatever. That's the Bears, but we're in playoff time. We don't want to talk about any more depressing stuff or things that depress me specifically. Let's talk about some of these good games out here, and some of the news that's been coming up. I was talking off stream. We were just talking about Brock Purdy, Lynch saying that they're trying to get that deal done quickly. They want one done as soon as possible. Shanahan wants him. So it looks like they're saying within the next 2 weeks, they want to have the deal signed.
I'd be shocked.
I think that's smart. You should be motivated to get it done and then try to figure out what the hell you're going to do after that.
Plus, I feel like at this point, in the long term, it's cheaper. I mean, you imagine if you don't extend him and then he goes off next year too.
Yep.
Takes you to the Super Bowl again. Be like, I got 2 Super Bowls under my belt now.
It might be cheaper just to give him $50 million now.
That's what I'm saying. If he takes them to the Super Bowl next year because they're able to stay healthy, he's going to be like, I'm like 75, 80 million.
Exactly.
Whereas now, if you give him 50 coming off of, not the best season.
At least he'll be looking to prove it. And I mean, you're looking smarter now. I mean, and honestly, I don't know how you feel about it, but the 49ers have a long way to go right now. They have issues. They're getting older. So what happens as you start to age out, you gotta start replacing them. And I think Purdy's the right guy.
They got a good draft pick.
Yeah.
It's almost the top 10, isn't it? Just a little bit after.
I thought that they're not 13?
That's what I said, a little bit after. I'm not 100% sure where they are.
Well, we have that going on. And then I don't know if everyone heard about the wildfires that are happening.
Yes.
So the LA Vikings game could be moved to Arizona because of the wildfires, the LA wildfires, and that can affect a lot of stuff. I mean, you think you have all this advantage, and you got to move. This is what it is. So what we got here? We got Derpy in here saying Brian and Mark out of pocket to have Joy Taylor hour on a pod. Oh, boy, let's not talk about Joy Taylor. Wow. I mean, you heard about all the stuff that's going on with her?
Oh, man.
Like, man, for real, this is what's going on, huh? So how did you? I always wonder how she get this position, if that's the wrong word to say. But it's crazy.
He also says Brian is post credit for CC tonight,
which is good because tonight's the finale. So I am interested in seeing that.
Yeah, he said a CBS receipt.
You saying 11? It's 8. Oh, it's 18 names now on the list.
Well, he said for San Francisco. I don't know what he's talking.
I'm not exactly sure what he's saying, but for San Francisco, but I know there's 18 teams on the names on the Bears coaching list.
11 is their draft pick.
Oh, 11. So they're number 11. Duh. Yeah. Okay.
For San Francisco. I'll put it together. I got there.
Gotcha. We got this. We can figure it out.
Yeah, the Bears interview list does kind of look like a CVS receipt. You get that one little thing for 50 cents, and you're like, why do I have a receipt that's for 3 feet long? All I wanted was chapstick.
And they say, you're welcome. But I mean, it's how it goes. We saw Love. Love seems that he's back to normal. He's been throwing the ball fine. He should be ready to go for this weekend's game, which I don't really care. I don't care if his elbow falls off. I don't care anything about the Green Bay Packers. I hope they all trip and fall right before they get into the end zone and lose the game. So that's just me. My hating. I'm definitely being a hater, but that's what I hope. What we got? Jalen Hurts returned to practice and looks sharp. Everyone says that the Eagles are going to be good. And
I saw a lot of people like freaking out on Tuesday. And then I think someone came out, I don't know if it was Rappaport or Schefter, and they were like, yeah, it's Tuesday. He's still on the concussion protocol because they haven't practiced yet this week. Come tomorrow, they can list him as a return to practice. He won't be on the concussion protocol anymore. It's for all you people freaking out.
It's going to be okay. You're okay.
Right. Although it was kind of funny if you had a McKee versus Willis matchup in the playoffs.
That would be a problem, right? Did any of the firings surprise you?
Not really. I mean, I already saw the water. I mean, it surprised me that Antonio Pierce made it through Black Monday.
I know. Why would you wait to afterwards? Yeah. Like almost they won the
school. Oh, Tuesday? Okay, now we'll let you go. Like, you thought you were safe.
Oh man, said Mayo, that was a setup.
Right?
Yeah, Gerard Mayo was, dude. I hated that. I hated to see this.
Don't disagree. Like I said, I said the same thing when Wilkes got fired after 1 year. I was like, you set a precedent that if you don't turn things, not everybody's going to do what Dan Quinn did in Washington. Not everybody's going to do what D'Amico Ryan did in Houston.
But those are better situations. They were in better situations. New England had no talent. You just had a terrible person. Charles Leno Jr. literally was seeking your franchise by himself. Between Charles Leno Jr. and Dan Snyder, they're sinking the franchise. That was it. The New England Patriots had no talent. None. Zero. So, I mean, what do you think they're going to do with them? I don't understand.
I mean, at least they got a quarterback in Washington with Jaden Daniels, but you surrounded him with, Terry McLaurin. You brought in a veteran, Zach Ertz, to help at tight end.
You had
and then you're knocking your draft out too with the people they brought in.
What they brought in good people at linebacker, good safeties. They fixed their defense with a lot of players. They had a better line. They got 2 running backs. They tried to figure out the tight end position. They did things. Give them more talent, and then you chose.
What does Mayo have to throw to? Our wide receiver 3 at best.
Exactly.
Their receiving core is awful. I mean, the tight ends are okay. Like, Hunter Henry's not the worst, but he's also not
Yeah, but he's not the
top
best
tier.
either. You know?
And then running backs, I mean, Ramondre Stevenson, when healthy,
yeah, the
is
walking
decent.
wounded.
And then you got, again, with Gibson, too. But, I mean,
Gibson left Washington and went there to upgrade their backfield. Whatever.
No,
you know?
it wasn't going to happen. I mean, their defense is okay. It's not great either, but it's just okay.
I think they have the
quarterback
quarterback
pieces,
figured out.
Christian Gonzalez.
They have they have their quarterback figured out. I think that's the good thing.
But yes, they have Christian Gonzalez.
Yes, they do.
Maybe
that hurts a little bit.
Oh yeah, dude's a 90 on Madden already. So
Steve Wilkes sucks and made awful decisions. So he's supposed to be fired. But you're firing everybody after 1 year. You didn't even give him a chance to grow into the position. That's not good. Eventually, it might come back to bite you in the ass. But if you get Mike Vrabel, he might turn it around. You know, the defense all of a sudden he holds everyone accountable. Your franchise looks better. I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
But if you don't get him, now you look stupid.
That's true too.
You don't know how much Tom Brady's going to affect what's going on.
That's Mike Vrabel, I'm sure Tom Brady be like, hey, Vrabel.
Exactly. You know, he set up that interview and said, hey, we're not going to let you leave. We fire Antonio Pierce for that. Shut up, Anthony.
Mike Vrabel wasn't available.
Ron Rivera to the Bears. Shut up, guys. There's 18 names on the list, and I'm glad to say Ron Rivera is not one of them. He's only on the Jets list. Only on the Jets list.
Oh, you want to hear something laughable? Let's talk about the Jets list.
Oh my God.
What are they doing in New York?
I don't know what the hell is their plan. Or their lack of a plan.
Ron Rivera, Rex Ryan apparently came out of his interview saying he'll be the next.
And they said Rex Ryan did a great job. And they might bring back Rex Ryan. But to be fair for Rex Ryan, he did go to 2 AFC championship games. Right? I mean, so he wasn't a complete disaster. Well, and he's been undefeated on Get Up. He's been making all the right decisions on Get Up. So
Mark Sanchez as his quarterback.
Hey, you do it with the Sanchez.
Saw what he looked like after Rex Ryan left.
The Sanchez, man. F. Brady and he's the reason why AP got fired. Yes, it is 100%. Tom Brady is the reason why he got fired. Because he's like, I could get Vrabel. At least I'll get him for an interview. He probably will, though. He probably will get Vrabel for an interview.
Speaking of someone else, well, I mean, he wasn't technically one and done. I guess he had like, a year and a half?
Year and a half, yeah. But you don't give him an extension and say, all right, we're going to make you a quote coach, and then give him no talent at quarterback and then say, oh, but you didn't win. F you too.
Yeah, there's another person. Oh, their best player. We're going to trade him away 3-4 weeks into the season.
But you do have a great tight end.
That's true. You did create a great tight end.
I know you got rid of your running back. You have no quarterback. You got rid of your best receiver, but you got a great tight end. Is that equal? I don't know. Whatever. What do you think about the 49ers releasing Hargrave? And having to say we're not releasing Debo. Having to say we're not releasing Debo.
I don't think they would release him. If anything, they would have traded him. I would have thought.
Well, no, the talks were that Debo could be someone that they release.
So Hargrave, guy used to play for the Eagles, defensive lineman.
Yep, Javon Hargrave, defensive tackle.
Well, they got to make cuts somewhere if they're going to extend Purdy.
Yeah. So when Lynch was asked about Debo, he said, "Look, Debo's on the contract. That's it. Nothing's happening. We're not in the business of letting good players leave to play someone else. It's not happening." You know,
this past season kind of show that without a number 2 receiver, because like, look at Terry McLaurin in Washington. Clearly the only receiver we have. And look how good he still did. For the first time in a long time,
just open up space for him.
Debo is the only receiver. I mean, they did have not Greg Jennings, Juwan Jennings.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I still feel like without Ayuk there, Debo just was not Debo this year.
I don't know. I think he was just injured a lot. And it could be his age too. You know, Martin likes to say his age. He's on the wrong side of 28.
Until like the last week or second to last week of the season, he only had 1 touchdown on the entire year.
Yeah, but he was hurt a lot. And not having Christian McCaffrey, not having the balance of the offense, I think a lot of that affected everybody. You know, George Kittle didn't have a year that he
Juwan Jennings had 3 touchdowns in 1 game. So,
but that's because they weren't double teaming Juwan Jennings.
That was a game where Debo was out, and so was Ayuk.
They weren't double teaming anyone but George Kittle. So it wasn't like that.
George Kittle wasn't in that game either, I don't think.
No, I thought he was in that game, that 3 touchdown game.
No, I'm pretty sure that was the game where like everybody got hurt, and that's why everyone and their mom was picking up Juwan Jennings on the waiver wire.
Let's see what
because they were like, oh, that's the only person he has to throw to. But they probably still weren't double teaming him. You are right.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I still play.
Juwan Jennings. I don't need to double team him. And then like 3 touchdowns later, they're like, well, maybe we should have done at least something.
Yeah, 11 catches, 175 yards, and 3 touchdowns against the Rams. Who else played? I don't know who the hell else played, but that's a good question though. I don't know. I will check that out in a second. Yeah. I don't know, but going from the 49ers, looking at these games, I don't know, man. I don't know who's going to win some of these games. This is going to be oh God. Oh, never mind. I was going to say something real bad, like who the next person. I can't say it. I feel like I would get canceled, so I can't say what I want to say. But on her hit list, the next one was who's the owner of the Titans? Put his name on a long, long list. Hey, what's up, B? Just appreciate you dropping the like, man. But Joy Taylor, what do you say about that news? With the Joy Taylor news overall?
Is this real?
The Joy Taylor stuff? No. Joy Taylor. You know who she is? Joy Taylor on Fox News, the one who slept her way to the top.
Yeah.
The slept her way to the top. All the news there that was coming out about her.
Mm-hmm.
The Cowherd and Skip Bayless and that lawsuit.
Yeah, she's the one that's a lawsuit against Skip Bayless, right?
Yeah. So all this stuff is coming out, and she's like, she's now going to be the new Titans GM because she just came on TV one day because she slept with somebody. So they're saying this now. She's now going to be the GM Titans. That's what he's saying. I got you. I understand, Braden. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Colin was good. Skip, not so much.
What up? Just came to drop a like.
Yeah, what's up? I said B.
Hey, I like that mug.
That's a nice mug.
I knew I should have applied for Fox Sports on Indeed.
Dude. You had to be one of the higher ups. That's all. That's all it takes. Which game was it that he did this? I'm still looking. Because it was against was it Kansas City? No, that wasn't Kansas City. It was against the Rams, right? San Francisco of the Rams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that was the 3rd game of the season, I believe. I could go through this all day, but yeah. All right. So as I said, what do you think about these games? Who do you think is going to win this weekend? You know, with the first of all, just with the Chargers versus Houston. Houston's been terrible ever since they lost Tank Day.
I think the Chargers won this game.
I think his heart's been taken out of it.
There's that, and then I also feel the way the Chargers are built, they're built for playoff football. They're going to run the ball down their throat. Their defense is probably going to be good enough to stop the Texans.
You don't think that the Texans defense is really good, and then the fact that you also could get a lot of running from the Texans?
Well, I think it'll be a low scoring either way, but I don't know. I just don't. I don't want to. Hardball. It's too good.
I just think Joe Mixon might have something to say. That C.J. Stroud might be able to do something this week. I wouldn't be surprised if somehow the Colts find a way to win. But if I'm choosing the game, I'm probably still going to Houston. I'm going to Houston Texans. Because they're at home, correct? I believe
yes, Texans are at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Houston Texans.
It doesn't face the Chargers. They never have home games anyway.
It doesn't matter, I guess. Yeah.
They're used to playing on the road, even when they're at home.
Here you go. You hear John Gruden getting buzzed for a head coach for the Saints?
Yeah, he's getting buzzed all around.
Yeah, they want to be a Bears coach now. The Bears not even with Mark being on the list. John Gruden couldn't make it. Pittsburgh at Baltimore. I think this is going to be a blowout. I don't believe in Russell Wilson, especially in the playoffs, especially the way Pittsburgh finished the season.
The Steelers just, I don't know. Apparently there's a rift now between Pickens and Russ.
Because Pickens is so immature. I think Pickens will be the next Steelers receiver that gets dropped.
Oh, I already called it after last season, I think. I was like, this is trending towards, the Steelers have a really good receiver, followed by Steelers get rid of really good receiver, and then has mental breakdown on next team.
Do you try to trade George Pickens for someone like Deebo Samuel? Would you try to make that trade? Would you make that trade?
I mean, if I'm the Steelers, I would make that trade. But if I'm the 49ers, I'll be like, no.
Well, you said you want to save money, right? You want to save $30 million. Do you make that trade and hope that your culture can hold him in? No.
If Mike Tomlin can't hold him in, come on now.
But you throw the ball so much that maybe he shuts the hell up.
I mean, possible, but still. I still think one of the greatest feats that Mike Tomlin ever had was not showing how crazy Antonio Brown was until after he left.
I think he's a magician. That's why I honestly think Mike Tomlin's a magician. That's just the only way that makes sense. We got that. It doesn't matter. If they throw it to him a lot, he can't catch the ball. He can't catch the easy passes. Like, if he bounces off his hands, bounce off his face. I don't know what the hell is he doing. Whatever. That's why
there's a 5% chance for this completion. I got it. There's a 95% chance for this completion. Damn it.
But there's no way he made the catch.
Right.
3-yard hitch.
Wide open.
The Pickens to
what
49ers.
Game are you most looking forward to?
The Pickens to 49ers, man. I can't depend on Brandon Ayuk for the 49ers. He's a number 2 receiver. He makes a lot of hard catches. You lose all that money. You're able to sign Brock Purdy, and then Pittsburgh's happy because they get Deebo Samuel, one receiver that's like them.
You can't judge Brandon Ayuk on this season. He didn't even play. He held out forever to finally get his money.
He's saying,
and then when he finally got on the field, he was rusty, and then he got hurt. That's
what he's saying. He can't depend on him because he gets hurt.
Give him this entire offseason. He already has his money. I guarantee you, Brandon Ayuk has a huge year coming up.
Okay,
if he stays healthy.
I don't think having George Pickens will hurt him.
Come on.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. If you get George Pickens, does that mean Ayuk is the number one? I don't know if
Ayuk is still George Pickens is not the number one now. They just don't have a number one.
I'm not saying he is.
That's just what it is.
Well,
they
I'm
have
just saying right now, Debo's number one.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but you get rid of Debo.
So then Ayuk becomes number one.
So Ayuk becomes number one. So George Pickens, who's naturally a 2, becomes the 2. And you have more well-defined positions. And Debo gets to go to Pittsburgh, where he's their type of guy and be a tough guy and, maybe do something with them.
It's not the receiver from the 49ers. Everybody wanted to go to Pittsburgh, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But you're not going to get Ayuk, so that's just what it is.
They wanted Tomlin and Tomlin Jr. to be together. What game are you most excited for? Or you think will be the best game?
The best game, I'm going to say Minnesota and the Rams. I think Minnesota and the Rams are going to be a really, really good game.
I was leaning towards that one just because I think Minnesota, that's one of their losses in the regular season on that Thursday night game, was to the Rams.
Yep.
And I think Sam Darnold, if he really wants to secure his number one spot in Minnesota and get his payday, I think he needs to win and beat Stafford.
And beat Stafford, the guy that we talked about earlier in the season, replacing him, I think that's going to be a very interesting game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that too. I forgot about that aspect of it too. Be like, this is why you chose me, not Stafford.
Exactly. I think that'll be really interesting. I think that'll be a really good game. I'm hoping that it's a really good game.
Yeah.
All right. Real question. Who is the QB there next year in Pittsburgh? Who do you say? You don't know?
You think Fields stays? Do you think Russ stays?
Justin Fields is going to the Giants. I think Brian Dable was told that he's going to stay in as the coach, because he said, I want to get Justin Fields and I'm going to make him into the quarterback we need. And him and Malik and Neighbors are going to kill. That is going to be a great combination. You don't need a great running back again because Justin Fields runs the ball so much, right? You just need a running back that can catch the ball. I think it changes everything for Giants. Everything. Then all you gotta do, you have to get another good lineman. You get another good lineman, Justin Fields, and a decent running back, and we're talking about them running all over the ball, all over the place. And it's the NFC East. This is what you guys do. You go from worst to first all the damn time. That's all you do.
We're winning the division next year.
I mean, you have a good chance. But do I think that the Giants can also come back? Yeah, I think the Giants can.
What about keeping Russ and drafting a QB?
But your pick is always going to be sucky. And is this the year that you're trying to draft a QB? This year?
Or are they the ones who trade for JJ?
Ooh, I think that's a good answer. JJ in Pittsburgh, that makes a lot of sense.
If the Vikings are crazy enough to actually trade him.
It depends on Sam Darnold. I think this game, once again, this Minnesota Rams game, will tell the story. If Sam Darnold wins this game, he is going to make $50 million in Minnesota. He loses this game, JJ will have a chance to be in Minnesota, and Sam Darnold will walk.
Sam Darnold to Pittsburgh.
This is Sam Darnold ends up in Pittsburgh.
So what we're saying is whoever Minnesota gets rid of, they're going to Pittsburgh. Okay. I mean, I got to feel like if you're a quarterback that's available, like the Pittsburgh job isn't bad. You got 2 top-tier running backs, or at least decent running backs.
They have no receivers.
I feel like they have decent receivers.
Who?
They don't have – I don't even know who they have after.
Exactly. They
got that Austin guy that Russell Wilson really liked.
Oh, my God. Calvin Austin has been doing good for years. I mean, I think they have to get a better. They need to get a receiver and they need to draft a receiver.
Bring in JJ and get T. Higgins.
If you can get T. Higgins, oh my God.
And bring in a receiver.
Oh, that down. You take the 10 and 17 and all of a sudden give them 12.
An offensive line that's still pretty decent and young.
Dude, here's the Pittsburgh Steelers wide receivers. Van Jefferson, Calvin Austin the third, Scotty Miller, Ben Skoranek, and Mike Williams.
Oh, I forgot they have Mike Williams. See it?
They don't have anything.
They're good.
the cupboard's bare.
Rams have the offense to beat the Vikings. I mean, they have the offense to beat just about anybody, I feel like.
They
but
do.
The real question is that young defense, how are they going to respond in their first postseason game?
Exactly. And it's different, but you have Stafford who's won the Super Bowl before. So how does that work? But once again, if Geno gets traded, how about Justin Fields to Seattle? Why would you do that? You already have Geno's back heir apparent. He's already there. The heir apparent's already there. That's why they paid what? What'd you get? A third and a fifth?
Yeah, they gave up like a third and a fifth for Sam Howell.
So I mean, he's already there. With a year under his belt in a place where you like to pass the ball with three great receivers. Why just Fields go to Seattle?
I don't think you could really take too much stock in his first appearance because that came in a relief effort after Geno got hurt. He had no practice time with the ones.
Yep.
Pretty much his first time getting on the field.
He's also has to learn. He's a volume guy. He needs to be in there practicing, doing those things. How about
Pittsburgh needs to draft a receiver.
100% they do. And it's awful. It's awful.
How about JJ to the Jets?
I don't want him to ruin JJ McCarthy. I like JJ McCarthy too much. Don't ruin him. Don't send him there.
If Higgins cares about winning Pittsburgh, if he just wants the bag, New England.
I think Pittsburgh will give him enough money too. I think Pittsburgh will give him $30 million.
Yeah, but
$32 million.
They got a QB, bring in Vrabel to lead that defense. Like, it's not like New England isn't going to win.
Yeah, you got a tough division, man. You still have a division with Josh Allen.
Tough division?
I mean, Josh Allen's not going anywhere.
Outside of Buffalo.
Josh Allen is not going anywhere, and Tua is still interesting, even though they're probably going to lose Tyreek.
Yeah, I was going to say that I'm not counting Miami as being good over the next few years. And obviously, I don't think we have to worry about the Jets anytime soon.
I'm not worried about the Jets. No one's worried about the Jets. Ever. What about this Denver-Buffalo game? Everyone's saying, I'm seeing a lot of people saying Buffalo should be on upset alert. What do you think about that?
I mean, Bo Nix is on fire right now. I mean, granted, he didn't really play anybody last week, so I'm not going to put too much stock into his performance last week. But, I mean, he still got the job done, and he went out there. So
Buffalo's defense hasn't been outstanding for the last 6 weeks. Ravens' defense has gotten better, and Buffalo's defense got worse.
Ravens or Broncos?
Well, I'm saying the Ravens' defense. It's a team that got better. But the Broncos' defense has been great the entire year.
I was like, why are we being at the Ravens? I'm confused.
Because it's about Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, always.
They have to do with the Broncos.
They're just a team that's there.
Took 35 minutes, but we got there to
always somehow get back. Mark, would you give up a second-round pick for Tyreek Hill?
To Washington? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah. He just went on for you.
If I have some guarantees that he's not going to play 2 years and be done,
why would it matter? For a second-round pick? I don't care.
You're going to give up a second-round pick for someone who might only be there for a year?
For 2 years? If he's going to be there for 2 years, now, yeah, I'll give him a second-round pick. In Washington, when you have an opportunity in the next 2 years before you have to pay Jaden Daniels to do something special, hell yeah, I would.
Why are you bringing T. Higgins?
Because you can't. I don't know why you think T. Higgins wants to go. He wants to be the number one guy, right? So he goes somewhere else where he might be the number two guy?
I'm telling you.
No, it doesn't make sense.
I'll laugh so hard when T. Higgins goes to Washington. I'll be like, I told you from the beginning.
You know, I'm going to send you the article when he goes to the Steelers. I was going to send you the article. He was like, I knew it was a long shot. That's all you'll say. I knew it was a long shot. That'll be it.
We definitely do need a number 2 though, or another receiver.
I think you need a big body receiver. Yes.
T. Higgins.
No, T. Higgins is the best. I just don't think he's going to get T. Higgins.
Pretty big bodied.
I don't think he doesn't want to compete for it. He wants to be the number 1 guy. That's the issue. That's the big problem. You know, Debo Samuel will be a good place for him. Debo will be a good player in Washington. You know,
I don't know why you don't think you can have 2 number 1 receivers.
T. Higgins doesn't want it.
Isaac Bruce.
T. Higgins just is leaving Jamar Chase. He wants to. If he leaves
I understand
Cincinnati,
that.
he's only leaving.
You put Terry McLaurin in the same breath as Jamar Chase.
If I bring who in the same breath as Jamar Chase? Who?
Terry McLaurin. I love Terry McLaurin. He's a top tier receiver. He's no Jamar Chase.
You do not want to battle for what's your number 1 spot anymore. He wants to be known. He wants to be. I'm going to be the number 1 receiver.
You're not going to tell me if you tell him, bring him in, say, hey, you guys are both here. Now you don't have to worry about being double covered all the time.
No.
You don't think either one of them are going to be like, okay.
I think T. Higgins wants to know he's the number 1 guy. That's why I think Pittsburgh's more attractive. I think New England's probably a little bit more attractive. Most places will be more attractive because he's the number 1 guy no matter what in most places. The only problem is I think Terry McLaurin has a great connection. I think, and it's a benefit to you. It's a good thing. They have an unbelievable connection. Like it took 3 weeks for it to happen, but once it happened, it was over. You know, that's why I say Debo would be a good fit for you guys because you don't have to be the number 1 guy.
Debo.
I think you can afford the money. You can afford it. That's a good point. Braden's right. Pittsburgh might not be more attractive. You don't know who the damn QB is. Who the hell knows? I don't know what's going to happen with that.
That's the other thing too. You got
that's the only thing with Pittsburgh. Yeah, you don't
Jaden
know who
Daniels. You don't think people want to go play for Jaden Daniels?
I think he's not worried about if he's first of all, I'm not even sure he's going to leave Joe Burrow. I'm not sure he's going to leave Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is still, in my opinion, the 3rd best quarterback in the entire NFL.
Let's see what Bleacher Report has to say. Bengals, their top spot.
To the Carolina.
Patriots, Titans. I mean, he's from Tennessee, and his old offense coordinator is the coach. So that makes sense.
I understand that too.
Oh, what's this 3rd team here? The Washington Commanders.
You can say what you want. You can try to bring up any report you want. I'm telling you, I don't even think he's going to leave. Honestly, I think he's going to stay with Cincinnati. They're going to figure out a way to pay him.
Denver Broncos.
I'm telling you, they're going to pay.
Chargers. I would cry.
Oh, Chargers. That's a very ooh.
Oh, okay. And number 7, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Ooh.
So they are on the list, but they're not as high as the Commanders.
Because they don't have the quarterback. If they knew who the quarterback was, then it makes sense. And it's in division. Yeah, but no, I like the Chargers. That's wow. And that's a receiver that Jim Harbaugh. Ooh, he would love that.
It'd be a strong compliment to McLaurin and Cliff Kingsbury's offense, and would give Daniels a second perimeter target who can attack all areas of the field.
That's it. A compliment to McLaurin. You're trying to push it, make it happen. I'm telling you, that's what he's not going to want to be number 2. If he's going to be number 2, he'll stay where he is.
I'm just saying.
With a quarterback he knows is going to give him the ball. That knows him. Matter of fact, I believe T. Higgins had 10 touchdowns in the last 12 games of the season.
He did.
That's how much of a combination they have. That's how good they are together. I'm telling you, I'm not going to be surprised if the Bengals hold on to him somehow.
What? You can't say I'm crazy for saying it can happen if he's on everybody's list, if the Commanders are on everybody's list for possible.
But Commanders are on everyone's because they have money. But it's about what you talk about the player and what he actually wants.
Why would he leave? Higgins ever come out and said he wanted wherever he went, he had to be
agent. I wanted to be the number 1 receiver. That's the only thing he said. But you can't do that with Jamar Chase because no matter as good as T. Higgins is, I think Jamar Chase is the better.
Did you really say T. Higgins to Carolina?
Yeah, he did say T. Higgins to Carolina.
What world are you living in, dude?
Hey, people like Bryce Young all of a sudden again. That's a comeback
Wiggins
story.
being Titans, absolutely.
Will he be number one on the Titans? He'll be number like 0.5. Everyone, he'll be number one and number two. That's what T. Higgins will be number one and number two.
Bring Higgins into the Titans, he's clearly the number one, but then you're gonna piss off Ridley.
But then who's going to pass them the ball?
But at least if you go to, that's what I'm saying. Of all these options, there's only 3 teams that apparently have established QBs: Chargers, Broncos, Commanders,
and the Bengals.
Well, the Bengals, but if he wants to be if he wants to be a number one receiver, why would he go back to the Bengals?
But if he's going to not be a number one receiver, why would he leave the Bengals?
Also, the Bengals, out of everyone on that list, have the least amount of money. So,
but they will pay. They said they'll do whatever they can to try to pay him. And he actually said, "I will take a break. I'll take a pay cut."
T. Higgins to the Titans. Be the Titans. Oh, he's the Titans QB. Oh, okay. That could be. He really gets some money then if he's making QB money.
Now you get $50 million. Now I don't know if he don't pay $50 million. So that might be the problem.
Let's see what T. Higgins up to.
Yeah, alligator. So what up? The champ is here. Oh, okay. Since where did we start? Stop off. Green Bay, Philadelphia. Do you think Green Bay has a chance against Philly?
I mean, personally, no, but
me either.
This playoffs, anything can happen.
I guess I don't think they have a chance. And you guys are going to have a really interesting game against Tampa Bay. If I'm a betting man, I'm picking the Commanders, but I don't like the idea of having to face Baker Mayfield. But you had to pick someone. You had to face someone that's good, So I guess whatever it is, what it is. But you can learn how. The Green Bay Packers last year, made it past the wild card round.
Yeah.
Braden comes into piss on your parade. Bengals have $57 million, 11th most next year. And $170 million in 2026, third most.
What, the only people on contract in 2 years is Jamar and Burrow, or what?
And that's all they need. That's all they need. That's all they want, man.
Oh, but that's the issue. If you extend T. Higgins, Jamar doesn't have a new contract, does he?
I think they're
still on his rookie deal?
They want to work it out.
I know, but you can't afford to pay both those guys, can you?
I think you can, especially because all their money doesn't go count against the cap right away. It doesn't happen that way. I've been saying this for years that they can't do it.
I said for Texans years, and Vikings are on upset alert. Well, I don't think the Chargers beating the Texans would be that much of an upset. Now the Rams beating the Vikings, kind of, but they did do it in the regular season.
They already did it, so that's why I mean. Rasta,
hey, what up? What up? What up?
I'm not talking to you because of me losing by 1 point or the point, whatever point it was for me in that guillotine league. It's your fault somehow, not mine. Your fault somehow.
He said, rate my rookie draft. I think I aced it. 3 rounds, 14-man league. Jaden Daniels, Bucky Irvin, Edrin Cooper. That's actually really good.
Olin. I mean, that's perfect.
That's amazing.
Can you get better than that? I don't know if you get better than that. I couldn't choose any 3 players and be better than what you just did.
I mean, you hands down got the best running back in the draft.
Easily. You probably have the best quarterback, too.
Got the best quarterback. And then, hey, cherry on top, Edrin Cooper's really good, too.
And he's a playmaking machine.
Mm-hmm. That's not bad. Exactly. Not bad at all. And you can pay anybody if you're backloaded.
And that's what New Orleans says.
That's fair. I'll take the blame. That league was fun, man. Almost everyone wants to run it back.
It was a lot of fun. I thought I had the best team. Just I had Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry on bye that week, and still only lost by point. Whatever. I was like, But I was gonna be a problem going forward. But well, 4th place just sucks.
Well, it can't be a problem going forward if you're not there.
I was going to be. And they were like, well, too bad you're not.
Says the guy who won the toilet bowl back-to-back years. Ooh.
Well, I mean, once again, I was still 7-7. It's the way you guys do the thing. It happens.
Man, I always finish in the damn middle. I can't win it. I can't get the toilet bowl.
You were 7-7 too. You just happen. Fucking. I'm not going to talk about my linebacker Mosley.
Yeah, I was 7-7, and I almost made it to the championship game.
And you beat me because, you know what, Mosley? If you weren't a good player, I would drop you.
Surprised you haven't dropped him yet.
Because he's still a good player.
I feel, I went out third.
Yeah, you had a good team too. There ain't nothing you can do.
I went out fourth or fifth. Fourth or fifth. Team,
So,
hey, I had a good team if it was 2023. CJ Stroud and Tank Dell.
Who knew Tank Dell had the worst
year? Actually, I had
year
Nico
ever.
Collins. I didn't have Tank Dell in that one. I had Nico Collins.
Well, I mean, it was the same thing that happened both ways.
He said, or fourth. Hey, I won that one. Whoop, whoop. That was La Cucaracha. I would not die.
You were amazing.
I even won one with like 0.2 or 0.02.
You were the exact opposite of me. That's what you were.
And that caused that guy who I beat out by like 0.02, like unfollowed us.
I don't understand why people get upset about this stuff.
Because he wanted to wait for the stat corrections, but Martin's like, bro, I can't do that.
This making sense. Look, it happened. Take it. Don't worry about it. I don't understand
why everyone normal league. You can't wait for the stat corrections. There's too much going into it. And he got super angry about it. Unfollowed us.
Yeah.
No, like, you're good. You're good.
I didn't mean to turn this to fantasy talk. It's always fantasy talk. We have a feeling on each other's team on who they should get as their head coach. But for some reason, Jacksonville, I'm drawing a blank. So what Braden came in and said that Ben Johnson was a finalist for Jacksonville. The only way that made sense to me was if he was bringing his GM. Well, they decided not to fire the GM. So now I have no idea who's going to be Jacksonville's coach.
Yeah.
I have none.
I mean, I feel like at this point, anybody they can get, because I don't know if people are clamoring. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't clamor to be there. I feel like defensively, they're really close. And then, I mean, offensively, they have a great nucleus.
I think Jacksonville has a terrible combination of players. They have good players, but a terrible combination. The sum of their parts are worse than what they are.
That's why you get someone who can put them in the right places.
I don't know if they fit together.
I feel like they in the secondary for sure, safety / corner. I don't know if I could tell you a single one of their players in the backfield. I could tell you some linebackers and some defensive linemen, but
they're probably the best linebacker.
Leonard Floyd, Walker, Mumba,
yeah. I went 4 for 4 in fantasy and won trophies, jerseys, banners, rings. Wow. And about 3K. Let's get it, boys. That's amazing.
All right, well, you're the new host of our show.
Yeah, exactly. I won 2, lost 2, and one bad. So
hey, you won the dynasty. You won the toilet bowl.
Yeah, won that,
Actually, you didn't win it. I guess you lost it.
I always say, like, somehow I play.
Colin said he would fire the GM while on Zoom with him. That is true. Literally, with him standing right next to there, said he was open to getting rid of him.
He didn't.
You imagine being there? Like, wait, what now? What was that?
He didn't, though. That's the thing. He didn't do it.
Well, this was after he said he was retaining him. He said he's still open to the idea of getting rid of him.
I don't. Why would I want
to
imagine?
Like, why would I want to be in that dude place? Right there?
Like, Jazz got ham, no burger, peanut butter, no jelly. Yeah, milk, no cereal. Like they have nothing to combine, nothing to match.
Jacksonville's changed the front office. They have a horrible scout and draft team ever since they hired all new guys back when Pedersen just got there. Hey, not that out of the ballpark with BTJ.
Yeah, even broke clocks right twice a day.
Even a blind squirrel gets a nut
Catch
every
nut.
once in a while. You got PB&J and no bread. Don't invite me over no more.
Eagles versus
Alex
Lions.
says, Eagles versus Lions NFC Championship game. I'm calling it.
I believe it. I think that's exactly what Dynasty Pylon what we called in the offseason. I think that's really what's going to happen. I can see it. The being a movie guy knew you know the reference. You know, Friday. Come on, man. Friday. I know Friday. We never had two things that match. Damn. Chris Tucker works awesome.
That's funny. So we do predictions. Who you got?
What'd you say?
Should we predict these playoff games? Or?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go run right through them, and then we'll look at this Bleach Report Gridiron Heights real quick.
All right.
So I got the Chargers, Houston. I'm going Houston. You're going Chargers, you said, right?
Yep. I said Chargers. You said Houston.
Pittsburgh, Baltimore.
I think we both said Baltimore.
Baltimore's not a question.
Yeah.
Denver, Buffalo.
I'm going to go Buffalo, but if they lost, I don't think I'd be shocked.
I'm going Buffalo knowing that Denver could beat them.
You know what's crazy, too, is if it is a crazy, cold game, going up against Denver, man.
Yeah.
No advantage there.
Nope. Green Bay, Philly.
Philly, unfortunately.
Philly. Yeah, Green Bay, I worry about all their injuries, and Philly, and their defense is going to be able to stop the run, and that's all the engine for Green Bay. Washington, Tampa Bay.
I think it's going to be a good game. I think it'll be close. I mean, clearly I'm a Washington fan. I want to go Washington, but
I want to go Washington too, but I think Baker Mayfield pulls it out somehow because of that home. I think that's.
But hey, even if we lose, though, first time in a very long time, I can be like, I'm super excited for next year. Super excited for this offense.
You have everything you need, and Cliff Kingsbury doesn't seem like he's going to be leaving unless he takes one of these B-level jobs. I think he doesn't leave for that. I think he stays. And
I'm pretty confident Kingsbury will still be there, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I think he's going to stay and wait for a great job before he's not.
I haven't been hearing I hear all these coaches heard his name, not even on yours, which is surprising because I would have thought he would have been a candidate on yours.
He is a candidate. He's one of 18.
Oh, is he one of the 18?
He's one of 18.
I figured the Bears job would be the only one
that he wants to go for.
That he would be interested in, yeah.
I think the Bears job, and then if somehow New England doesn't get Vrabel, I think he'll be interested in that New England get a job because you have a quarterback there that can really throw the ball.
Yeah.
All right, Minnesota, the Rams.
I'm gonna go Minnesota.
I'm going Minnesota too, but will I be surprised?
It's a very tentative Minnesota, especially after last week's game.
And could Cooper Kupp and Puka go off? Can Kyrie Williams, who was number 3 running back in all the NFL, we were all wrong about that. Number 3 running back in all the NFL. Could they go off with Stafford? Yes, they could. That young defense could get after him. Minnesota had a hard time blocking for Darnold. They had a hard time.
It did.
So
they're missing their offensive lineman, Brickashaw Ferguson. Wish they had been probably.
Yeah, that hurts.
First game, Packers versus Eagles. Packers lost 5-5, but Jaden Reed went off.
Yeah, but I think the Packers were a different team back then too. And I think the Eagles were a different team, and they've kind of gelled together a little bit better. And now know what they have with Saquon.
Yeah, there's a lot of playoff games that are rematches, but then I realized 2 of them are rematches from week 1.
Which doesn't even matter then, you know.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I think we can beat the Buccaneers, because that was week 1. This is a different Jaden Daniels than week 1 Jaden Daniels.
I think you can. I think it's going to be a really, really, really close game. But being away
also, let's not forget that even though it was taken away from us in the regular season, we get Lattimore versus Evans in the playoffs. Just saying. When you thought we weren't going to get that for the year. Yeah, just when you thought we weren't going to get that for the year, The football gods had other ideas.
Oh man, what did Rasta say?
Need your quick take. Don't want to sidetrack the show, but I gotta know. Dumb and Dumber. Like it, love it. Couldn't stand it.
It was okay to me.
Dumb and Dumber, the second one.
Yeah, it was just okay. I don't like. So here's the big thing for me. I don't like stupid comedies as much as everyone else. You know, I know it's blasphemy to say this, but Step Brothers is just okay to me. Will Ferrell is just okay. You know, I like Dodgeball more.
I love Dodgeball. You can dodge a wrench. You can dodge a ball.
I like Wedding Crashers more. I like I Love You Man more. I like more.
So what you're saying is you like Vince Vaughn more than like Will Ferrell.
Yes, I think Will Ferrell's is stupid comedy sometimes. It's so over the top.
I'm not the biggest fan of Will Ferrell either, but I don't know. Talladega Nights is pretty funny.
Ricky Bobby. But it's over the top stuff for me, you know. But I mean,
Sacha Baron Cohen's in that movie?
Yeah, wrong.
Well, I wasn't a fan of the second one either.
Me either.
When Harry Met Lloyd.
Yeah.
Especially when you have such a classic for the first one.
You know, so I'm not a huge fan of that stuff. So
Packers love to win close games. However, if Risk gets re-injured, that will do it for the Packers. At least they have a kicker. I mean, I don't know if I'd say all that. I mean, Willis wasn't exactly bad.
Here's the thing about the Packers, though. I think that what you saw was that they're an engine that's all totally ran by Josh Jacobs. It's not about Jordan Love. It's all about Josh Jacobs. And if you stop the run, you stop the Packers. That team has changed. You stop the run, you stop the Packers. That's just it. You know, so and the Eagles have a team that can stop the run. Anthony said, random fact that just came up. Deion Sanders said, only way he leaves Colorado to coach the NFL if both his sons on the same team. But you said you would never leave Colorado. Yeah, but you know, both my sons. I understand. I don't think Deion leaves.
I don't think he does either.
I think he stays with Colorado for a while. Even though I could see Shiloh and Shador on the same team.
Does that include Hunter?
No. Doesn't include
Travis Hunter. I mean, he's like a son to him, so
Shador and Shiloh, I could see being on the same team, and then I could see Hunter leave soon because of free agent and join that team. I could see Deion the one person that can make that happen. All right.
All right, we'll a couple more games, or are we done?
Did we finish the games? Where are we at now?
I don't think we did. I think we still have one more AFC game, don't we? No.
Because I thought we said Minnesota, right? And that was the last one. That's the Monday night game.
And then we said, well, the last one I think we said was the Eagles and Packers.
Eagles, Packers, and then
I think we did them all.
Yeah, I thought we hit them all, but okay. Let's pull up this Gridiron Heights. I think this is going to be funny. Let's see. The 2025 playoff battle. Are we going to go all the way through? Just let it go?
Sure.
All right, here we go now.
More ketchup. Has Sparrow been taken care of? It is done.
Men, follow me. Attack!
Bro, who are you talking to?
Look at them. Preparing in vain for the playoff battle.
And you're sure every team in the playoffs has a winning record?
Yes.
May God have mercy on his soul.
Hopelessly chasing the one ring to rule them all. A flock to the north with everything to prove.
Just pretend it's the regular season. Just pretend it's the regular season. Just pretend it's the
Decorated general trying to lead the charge out west.
Choose your weapon, man.
Cuz these are all shovels.
We win this thing in the trenches. Now charge!
Old faces trying to recapture past glory.
Sorry, this whole thing takes a while to get going now.
And surprising new ones.
Easy, Thunder.
Just getting in was the win. It's not a meltdown if you were never hot. Lock the games!
Shouldn't we go on the offensive?
Oh, now you want to? Then Singer Prodigy rises in the east.
Jaden, what's our battle plan? Jaden?
Jaden prefers to wait until the last 30 seconds of battle.
He does the craziest thing you've ever seen.
Ain't never done it without our secret weapon. Ain't that right, Doc?
The Prince of Buffalo will not fold. And winter is assuredly coming. Let the games begin.
We don't get to play this week?
Oh, this is bull.
It's like a Game of Thrones meets Lord of the Rings thing here.
I love that. That was good.
That was pretty funny.
I mean, the Chiefs do have all their freaking receivers now. Oh my God. What did it say? Playoffs go through Buffalo, but almost Kansas City. Oh, but ultimately Kansas City. Okay, I got you. They go through Buffalo, but I guess really Kansas City. Okay. Sirianni's so stupid. Please limit infighting to skill positions only. Oh, they're so stupid. Oh my goodness.
I like it.
The Northwest Tower, we saw that one. Home of the world famous Saturday afternoon playoff game. Because they're already always this Saturday afternoon for the Houston Texans. It's not a meltdown if you are never hot. Oh my God. Do not mention Bill's Mafia to horses. Yeah, Rams pasture.
Rams pasture. Armory.
That's it. Big trust greater than Big Russ. What did it say? That objects in the mirror are closer to Super Bowl than they appear.
Oh no.
That's good. I like that one. Oh. Our grind never
stops.
Yeah.
Caution. Molten cheese.
So wait a minute. Everyone is in have winning records in the playoffs? Crap. What do we do now? The ABC West Wing. Is there anything I missed? I just want to watch
the Packers' only loss to a losing team was to you guys.
So the Packers are 1-5 in our division, and the only one they won against the Bears was the last second field goal that we should have won that they blocked. They literally will have lost every game in the NFC North.
Follow me. Attack!
Bro, who are you talking to?
Look at them.
That's my favorite part. I just wanted to see it one time. There we go. No hats in the palace.
Garrison.
Oh, Carson. Oh no, it's Carson. Yeah,
Carson.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Carson Wentz.
Say Carson Wentz. No hat to the palace, please. So okay, that was fun. All right, we got a couple minutes left. So, okay, rank them. Super Troopers, Beer Fest, Hangover, Idiocracy. You rank them first.
Why do I have to rank?
Okay, so I'm going to go Hangover, Idiocracy, Super Troopers, then Beer Fest.
I think I got to go. I do like the original Hangover, even though I called it where it was from like the beginning.
It's still very good.
I love Super Troopers, man. I'm gonna go Super Troopers, Hangover, Idiocracy, Beer Fest.
I respect it because Super Troopers is really good.
I
That's
love Super
really
Troopers.
good. I
Dude,
still
that
think
movie
Hangover is better,
had me rolling.
but Super Troopers is really good. All right, guys.
And I've only seen Beer Fest like one time
because it wasn't that. I don't want to say it wasn't that good because that'll be a lie.
I saw it in theaters, but I think it's because it was the same people who did Super Troopers, and you just like this wasn't on the same level as Super Troopers.
Exactly it.
And I can also sadly say I never saw Super Troopers 2.
I don't think most people didn't see Super
I didn't
Troopers.
really want to because I like Super Troopers that much. I was like, I can't let them. I can't.
All right, well, we're gonna get out of here because I have to go pick up my girls. So I'm gonna run out of here. Appreciate everyone jumping on. I hope you guys enjoy the playoff game we see on Saturday. Sunday, we will be live, ready to go at 10 a.m. I'm going to actually drag Tank in too. So it'll be me, Mark, and Tank, all for the Wildcard playoffs on Sunday. So
It should be fun.
that's going to be fun.
Even though half the games have already been played.
What can you do? And then Tuesday we will be back on for the Panda and Grizzly because I had a lot of fun that one yesterday. And then next week we'll be back here, Dynasty Pylon, having fun, looking at Gridiron Heights and wondering what the divisional playoff round is going to bring for them. All right. So thank everybody who's I hope so. I hope the Commanders win. I'm gonna go Commanders. We say all of our teams should do well. So I hope the Bears find someone who can finally lead them, and I hope the Commanders win against Tampa Bay. So let's go. We'll see you guys on Sunday. Appreciate you, and I'm out of here.
Later, guys. Thanks, everybody.
Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, yeah, that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. When I watch me elevate.